Test. Okay. What's up? Ladies and gents, it is Tuesday, January 13th. Where is everyone? No one's here. Okay. Yo, yo, yo. The headphones actually arrive tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll be home at the time they say they'll arrive. Hopefully I'll intercept them before I go off to work. The what? What is killing you? What's that? Ah. Low carb, yeah, carton, like cutting out. Sometimes I get cravings, like in the winter, I guess, like you shiver or something, so it feels like my metabolism's higher, so I'm just like, damn it, I need some chocolate right now. Get some cravings. Where's everyone today? What happened? Really? I guess we are, technically, but not that early. There was some red folder, so that little pop, I took that for 3 micros. It's 118 bucks with the stop out, as I was like going up instantaneously. I mean, I'm basically qualified for an already payout, so I'm not trying to like hit home runs or anything. Just trying to put in the 8 days to get another payout. Daddy wants a PlayStation Pro. I want to play that like Wolverine game when it comes out. I think I made up my mind to get the PlayStation 5 because they got the Resident Evil. Like there's all these games I want to play on it, but mainly Expedition 33 and some remakes of Final Fantasy which are exclusive for Sony, so I think. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm playing this old one now, because I'm trying to like experience it again. That's good to know. Are the servers still on? And is it... I know they have a VR version of that now. I was thinking of getting VR. I have PlayStation VR, but I know VR... I don't know if it's for VR 2 on PS5 or what, but I saw some playthrough and some people were saying it was the most realistic. That's cool. I remember there was some like woke boycott of it or something because of J.K. Rowling, and it didn't even have an impact because the people that boycotted weren't gonna buy it anyway because they're all just like blue-haired weirdos. Where can I... What if I just save it here? Oops, I didn't put the... Blue-haired weirdos. And for the sake of people that don't give two F's about them, you know, that would most likely murder them or do something worse before murdering them. You know, they have this suicidal empathy. Like suicidal empathy is the perfect term for it, because it is. It's like people wear it with the badge. Like, you gotta bleed for others until you're just dead. Bleeding heart. It's like, give me a break, dude. Oh yeah, like public, you know. to voluntarily just giving it up, because okay, so you can go back, I guess. I mean, it looked pretty fake out, breakout to me. That's why I was like trailing it. Boom, boom, boom. Do. Yo, you there, Tio? I was gonna say, like, I saw that there's, like, it's a trilogy for Final Fantasy VII, like, so does it only do up to a certain point in the story? I don't want you to spoil it, but just, like, is it different? Oh. They have two, apparently, and they're, like, thinking of doing the third, and it's, like, all one long thing. So I'm like, wait, what? Boom, 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 boom. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen of it, it looks awesome. For like a decade, I wasn't into games, basically, or even longer than that because of, you know, producing. I was just like into music hardcore, and when I was single, and then when I got married, I played Destiny, and I was into like Fortnite and stuff when my daughter was like an infant or whatever, because I couldn't go out. But I was kind of like, yeah, I didn't really play anything else. I had some VR. I got PlayStation VR and played like Farpoint, which is one of the most realistic VR games you could ever play. Like, it has a gun and everything that moves independent of your body. It's really awesome. But that and I played Resident Evil and beat it in VR, which was the scariest thing I've ever experienced, let's say. There's the what? Oh, nice. Everybody. I heard that was pretty good, and that the acting and the story was actually not bad. Yeah, Square is one of those high caliber companies that never ceases to produce like good stuff. I think we're gonna be just grinding the levels on these characters this week. I can't beat any. I beat one of those weapons for the end game of Final Fantasy VII, but the other two are just too overpowered. Gotta get my skills up on these characters. Let's just see if I can get out of this crater before I save it. Nice. Okay, save this shit. Okay, be right back. Oakley dokley, it's showtime. 5 minutes. Oh, snap. That's too bad. Retest of the value area high. Push up here. Okay. 5 minutes. Let's see where she blows. Unless I see an extremely low hanging fruit, I'm already qualified for the day, so I don't need to push it. But we will try to telegraph something. Let's see what she can bring. So far, we're break even on the delta for the day. We push up into 1,000 buy side, pushing back down, clearing it all out, and engineered some sell side here. Pushed up into 379, now positive 600 in the delta, coming on back on some sellers at 2605 and 2600 even. 26,000 rather. And yeah, if it goes above the 26K06 mark, could be doing a little bit of a slingshot action to the upside. Delta slingshot. But yeah, there's no real volume in that gap push up we had with the news. 3 minutes until open. We shall see. Pulled back on 519 in sell side with that drop there. Now rewarding these seller inflection points at 970. Sellers could pick up steam here. Boom, 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 boom. 1 minute. Okay. And we are open. Covering the news pop. News pop. Yo, what's up? We're back at settlement at 9:56. Settlement recovery. If it comes back above the value area high, you can get an acceptance of settlement, but we'll see. Yeah, the delta on the session is pretty flat. Yeah, I just took that long and stop in profit at 975. If it pulls back, I'm out. Already peeled one off at 100 ticks. Next one at 994. It's probably going to spike down and take me out. And no, yep, out. ES kind of showing like a weakness while NQ kind of trying to push up here. Slight divergence on the two. ES looking slightly bearish while NQ trying to feign breaking out of the high, but who knows? ES might be trying to get a fill down lower to push up and take NQ with it. Who knows which one's going to win? Looks like it's going lower for ES and taking NQ down. I took that slight fade, but not really trusting the scalp on this just yet. Gonna probably take a stop on this. And out. Okay. Let's see what we doing here. Get a 93 buyer up at 60, 26.25. We get an acceptance of the buyers or what? Yes, still just hanging around near the low. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I took the short. I took the short on some minis. Holy crap. The last runner's doing its running. I had to hide the thing. Oh, now we're out. Wait, what? Why is it flat? No, flat, no, flat, no, flat, no. All right. Phew. All right. That was $1,700 on a couple accounts. Oh, snapper doodles. That was good. I was seeing this inflection point. I got stopped on one when it popped up to 26.42, and then when it did it again at this 93 lot, I highlighted at 26.25. I took the fade and got paid. I was just looking for a fake out breakout of the value area high, and we had some buyers hit to the tune of 1K. We've been kind of pinging back and forth between the delta, like we haven't had a trend in delta aggression, so we took 1K and I was looking to recover 1K and didn't expect it to be that violent that quick, but I'll take it. Holy moly. Well, well, well. Whew, that was exhilarating. We just hit some massive sellers, 200 lot times 2 at 987, 193 and 229. And these are after the fact. So these are people thinking it's going down. You know, normally if you have the sell side hit on the way down, that's a stop. If you're getting it as we go up, that's a person looking to short. Now you just got a buyer, 393 buyer at 982. A lot of big players stepping in right now at this level. What is going on at this level? They're turning it into a node. A battle is happening. Now you get a 482 buyer at 987. Holy moly, lots of big players getting in for the thing here. Step right up, pick a side. Will the buyers win or the sellers? I'm thinking buyer absorption to the downside, but I'm done for the day. Holy moly. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the ES was looking more bearish than NQ. That was also one thing where why I switched to minis and not micros. I was like, the ES looks like it's about to drop out on NQ, and NQ is just like Bronco billying to the upside to like stop out the people who are on sides with their theory. So I was just waiting and waiting. Either way, the patience paid. But this looks like it could be a C wave down to the news pop. Who knows? I don't got any clue what it's going to do, but if it goes below 982, the buyers are getting punished. Nice, cake theorist. Good job. Oh, you were short as well. Nice, nice, nice. Everyone was short. That's good. Good snaps. Yeah, it's absorbing the buyers here. C wave theory in effect. It looks like a double top extended M pattern, possibly. Possibly. It's technically a triple top if you look at them, but extended M within the triple. still, as I said, it's going back on each delta's aggression. So if there's like 1,000 in positive delta, it goes back to break even. It could be a seek and destroy day. What do I mean by seek and destroy? Well, it seeks out every delta aggression on either side and just eats them up. So hits the buyers, then hits the sellers, then hits the buyers, then hits the sellers. So it's like a see profit, take profit, at least for the interim now. That could have been the FDU candle if 982 holds as a bearish retest. Or not. We kind of like spiked right off the 956 settlement. The 956 settlement was right down there. Could have been somebody just closing out. If we break settlement at 956, you could accelerate to the lows. Accelerate to the downside. Do 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 do. Bold strategy cut. All right. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, down at the VWAP. A bop bop a loo bop a V band bop bounce. Tutti fruity. Back at settlement. I mean, that was a solid fade. You could have got an easy like 150, 200, 150 ticks on that. Should have at least taken the profit on one of those drops. Well, we definitely stay within the 30% consistency because we made like 1,500 on 2 days of that. And then basically the third was like $1,000. So I don't think that's, we exceeded the 30%. So that is what, 4 days out of 8? I think we can just like 3 micro it the rest of the way from here. I don't want to do any minis after the today. I just couldn't deny it though. It looked like it was a fake out breakout. I was like, it's gonna drop, so why don't I just get paid? But that was nice. Yeah, it's like we drop down into like 410 in sell side, pop up into 300 in buy side. It's like pretty retracey, repainty, whatever you want to call it. It's taking all the delta on both sides as it goes down. Like somebody did like a, what is that, 95, 64 lot sell, and then they just pull up on that, hit all the buyers, the late shorters, and then they're like, okay, we can go continue. So unless you're like keeping your stop break even and or, you know, top of the candle type thing, you're most likely getting stopped as we drop. Battle for the hourly wick in 5. We got any news? Forex factory. New home sales, orange folder in 4 minutes. And Trump speaking in the PM. I mean, we're sweeping the Monday high and the previous week high for the like second or third time. So that's what I mean by this. Like, it's like triple tops within triple tops. It's like fractal. It's fractal, and we're getting a nuke on our indicator, which is like 7 time frames fatigued. Previously, when we had a nuke, previously on Nuke with Momentum Master. So, I was locked in on the 10-minute. Well, Dr. Jones. Previously on One Frame Man Season 3. The Namek taking like 5 minutes for like, 500 episodes. One Punch Man was like the first few episodes of season 3 kind of sucked. Like it was One Frame Man, but the fights in the later half were not bad. Like between the two ninjas and Senko and the Flash and Zombie Man and the vampire, and it was cool. I could dig it. I can dig it. I still like Solo Leveling. That reminds me, I gotta buy the Solo Leveling manga and read all of that. I followed what happens after season 1, and it looks pretty good. Like if they put it to animation. Like it's surprising how much happens in season 1, but there's so much more after that. Well, are we sweeping the lows here? I do think we be sweeping them lows. But we are at settlement in VWAP, and that is a recipe for idiot boxing. Suffering succotash. News in 45 seconds. I never watched Chainsaw Man. Is it good? Another one that's pretty good is Sakamoto Days. It's kind of a comedy. It's like he's an assassin that turns do-gooder. Here we go, news. South Park is pretty good. It's American anime. That was a nothing burger so far on the news. You wouldn't have even thought there was any. So, Katash. Settlement and sideways action. Yes, kind of like making new lows while NQ recovered its low. Comma, bouncing, yo. There we go. That is a solid rejection of settlement. We gonna keep going? Okay. Boom. Hopefully you guys got paid on that. Nice short to the downside. The telegraph was real on those inflection points, those 400 lot buyers at 978 or 987 and 982 getting absorbed after some sideways action, but nonetheless going down, down, down. Baby, are you down, 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 down? Even if the price is going down. We are almost at the complete news pop recovery right now. News pop recovery right here at 895. Might want to take something off the table for your woes. Also hit a 143 lot seller at 902. And that was a good touch and go off the volume imbalance. I'd be wary of longing this, but at least the pop up might do something. And we are still break even on the session for Delta, surprisingly enough. We went down to negative 500, and now we're back at break even. I'll be with you till the 15-minute candle close, and then I got to get some Z's. South Park is awesome, though. It's too bad they went to Paramount Plus or whatever they call it. I just will never pay for Paramount as long as they let Kurtzman use the Star Trek IP, because that guy needs to be. He keeps failing upward, man. He needs to be canned, and all of his retconned nonsense needs to be deleted. Like Gene Roddenberry would be rolling in his grave at what they're doing to Trek. We got a 500 lot on 580 lot at 705 at ES. No spoofers on NQ. They just filled it. That was a nice touch and go. If you weren't in the short, you could have picked up that recovery of the news pop. I mean, anime is anime, really, but, you know. You remember that song where they did a mock of anime where they're like all animated up and they're like, let's fighting love. Subarashi chinchimono wake ga wakaranai. Sadu bobo, we do it all the time. Hey, hey, let's go. Oh man, you never saw that where they sang in Japanese and they were all animated up? Look up like on YouTube, like South Park animated, like anime characters. Yeah, they became ninjas, but it had like a Japanese anime theme song in Japanese. They're like, let's fighting love. Let's fighting love. But the Japanese, there's, oh, we got two 900, 600, and 900 lots at 7,500. We got some spoofers, ladies and gentlemen, on ES. Do they want it to continue downward? But the Japanese was kind of funny. They're like, Subarashi chinchimono. Like, it means like nice dick, basically. They're like, nice dick. And they're like, wake ga wakaranai. And they're like, nothing we say makes sense. And it's like, and then it's like, we do it all the time. Because they're talking about how the English doesn't make any sense. But then they're like, we do it all the time. Hey, hey, let's go. I remember cracking my ass up in high school because I was studying Japanese at the time and I was like actually understanding what they were saying. And it was like a dual whammy. Like they were just, yeah. Anyway, that was. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, man? You remember that South Park episode where they were ninjas? Hey, hey, let's go. We got two spoofers up on ES at the 7,008 and 7,006 to 960 and the 680 lot. Looks like they wanted to continue down off settlement. What's up, man? I took a 3 mini short off the top rope and I got 1,700 across a couple counts. I'm happy. Yeah. That was, yeah, I can't complain about that. Those were all good sound effects. Wow. Oh, snap. The continuation and the spoofer play for the continuation. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it was a bearish retest off settlement at 956. Like, there's all these like plays. The volume imbalance of the news pop to close out the short, and then a rejection off settlement. I mean, it's like active to watch out. Yeah. I, well, I think it's good that we help out, like, in a certain sense, like it's not right to massacre people for just speaking their mind, you know, generally not a good thing. I don't know what the right way of what is help exactly. I don't know what that means, but I'm not a diplomat that knows. Could always be worse. Yeah. The Congo or something. Sudan apparently has massacres as well. So it's like, yeah, those spoofers getting what they want. This is why sometimes watching ES is better than watching NQ on Bookmap, because the Telegraph was better for that. Yeah, and it was also like it was stalling. Like NQ was going up while ES was just like looking like it wanted to drop the bottom out. So it was like NQ was trying to like knock out the people who had the right theory to short it. And that's why I was waiting on the side. I was like, dude, this looks like it's just a fake out breakout. It's gonna shit the bed. And then I was like locked in, and then I just took like an inflection point with minis, and it was just like, oh shit. That first, yeah, the divergence was like what was giving me the signal, the bat signals. The divergence. The je ne sais quoi, the divergence. Oh no. Come on, guy. Here you go. Ooh. Looks like you're about to get paid. The spoofers are still there. We just hit a 86 slot on the push down at 896. If it goes below 896, you could be getting some steam. We got another seller that entered here at 910. 182 lot. So I think they want it to keep going. And they're getting their wish. They are getting their wish. Yeah, it has. It's been repainty and all sorts of stuff. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's, baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce. Nice. We basically broke in the value area low and bearishly retested, so who knows? Yeah, coming to retest overnight might make sense. Might make sense. We already did the double top extended M. So next is W. It's McDonald's versus Wendy's for the win. McDonald's and Wendy's. Well, hopefully you're getting paid now. Yeah. Well, it pushed down into 442 in sell side delta, and then it popped up into 414 in buyer delta. So somebody closed out, and a lot of times it like the FU candle is somebody closing out and looking for somebody to fill that, and then it's not generally like cannibalizing shorts that entered there. At least that's how I see it. Yeah, it's getting there. There you go. Good stuff. What a day. Yeah. I don't think you can ask for much more than what we got. Not like this. Yes, looking like it's not finished with whatever it's aiming at. The enticement. Yeah, you got the Monday mid down at 826. Boom. Yeah, I can't complain. Oh, it's good. Everyone seems to be in the green, hopefully. We just swept another 400 in sell side with that push down. Negative 2K in delta for the day. Sellers making their footprints known. This could be the... We hit the Monday mid. That was 20 points below the Asia low, but that's not the previous day, so that doesn't matter. There you go. There's a spoofer below price action now at 69.82, 800 lot at 69.82. Boop boop be doo. Nice. Cha-ching. Boom bap. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's the way to do it. The base hits. Base hits. It should be super boring. Like I wasn't planning to get that, like, 1700 or whatever. Like I actually like made 180 and I was like I should just stop trading here. And honestly, like I should have, because I gave it back and then I was like, okay, I'm going to wait, and then I just waited. But like had that not worked out, I would have just been massively red. So it was I risked it for the biscuit, and I shouldn't have, but it was a theory that made sense at the time, so I'm not taking it back. But like, frugal is the way, the truth, and the light. I do believe that. Hitting a home run every day is just not sustainable. Especially with as repainty as this stuff is, A lot of these days it's just like going back and forth, and unless you have like a huge stop where you're really not, clear on your entries, like you could be eating crow every time you hit the button. Well, hopefully you guys got paid. I'm gonna head off and get some Z's, so stay frugal, stay positive.